Head Conscious Heads, a live conversations. About to have some real conversation about some things that's going on. This is the real conversations in the barbershop. So we're gonna talk about a couple things today. It's gonna be live. We're gonna talk about that Monique. We're gonna talk about Killer Mike. We're gonna talk about what happened with Jay-Z. We're gonna talk about do for self. You know what I mean? Why we should be doing for self. And we just gonna jump right in. So hopefully y'all enjoy. Y'all let us know how the sound is. We're not going live from our page right now. We're going live from the YouTube page and a couple other pages. All right. So, Mike, you come on. Oh, get Mike that little white mic.
Oh, Mike,
yeah, the white.
Why I gotta be white? The white mic.
Just how white folks. White. Well, I'll be damn.
It's dirty word.
Y'all just say, I want to hear what the sound like real quick. So y'all keep talking. Keep talking.
Right, it's very distinctive, the bar. It's very. It sounds distinctive. Right.
First off,
yes,
fuck you clicking the shit you glad.
Hey, yo. Yeah, they can hear you, Mike.
Oh, wow.
They can just rap.
I mean, yeah, I don't own the rights to this music. And this shit claim. You feel me? Yeah. I ain't walking on eggshells because y'all out there.
That mean nothing for real? I thought it could see. If somebody want to see you put up their stuff, yeah, they gonna do it.
Oh no, this for entertainment purposes. Everything we speak on is a legend. That's another one. Another one. Another barrier we have to look up.
Yep. A lot of people have been telling them for a long time we could do a show. Yeah. So trying to get it going. Yeah, the bar ain't gonna tell me. Oh, what's up, Jay? You was about to go in on the phone.
Hey.
What's wrong, yo?
Let me know when that corner look light over there. It's dark up there. Don't say hell. Say but love.
Yo, Mike, what is he doing, Mike?
I get $3 off if I put my own joint on. The way this is a life hack. How you save money, y'all. On pay for it. Still up.
That's it. Keep it fixing.
Take it back up? Yeah, hell yeah. I be at the do.
Hey, yo, what are you going over there? Put it lower. That's the backside. Nobody's trying to.
The comprehensive is not.
Swinging on.
Don't forget that part. Turn that way. Just you all of our business.
Hey, yo, what is wrong with Mike? Mike's crazy, yo. Yo, he just randomly throws
Yeah, that was just like shit too, though. You can't practice.
It might not be bright enough.
Ah, when that comprehensive is not, you feel me? Not bright enough?
Like he might leave up and it's still
Now I see why they all be having jerry curls, because you got all these lights on you, wearing all this makeup, whatever they be doing, all this goes into it. It's a lot. It is. I ain't even no real production. I just want the one, feel me, with the blend. Any better? Yeah. All right. Cool. So the sound don't sound bad, right? Oh, you got a nice little Okay, it is a little better. So make sure you can zoom. All right, we can hear. All right, so let's roll. The first topic. What we gonna go at? What we gonna go? Monique, go to Jay-Z first. Jay-Z.
Oh, you want to Jay-Z might go to the monitor to the mic. Grammy already. You live on Facebook too?
So we on Facebook, but I didn't go off my page.
Oh, all right. Reality feed.
Yeah, I should have went off my page. I should have stayed on there too.
Yeah, you probably got more or whatever.
More people doing right now, but normal, more people come off of YouTube.
Okay.
All right. So let's go with the Jay-Z. Jay-Z. All right, so Jay-Z the other day got up at the Grammy and basically, said that Beyonce don't have enough Grammys. You know what I mean? Or she don't have the one. So is that the number one? Is that the number one category so far as at the Grammy? Is that the number one thing?
Yes, I believe.
Okay,
you want
that's the biggest. That's the biggest album of the year.
Yes.
Okay. What's some of the other categories that she won already?
Song of the year, record, video.
She got a lot of Grammys.
Everything but She's been nominated for like 3 times.
Okay, 3 times?
Yeah, about 3 times.
And she usually loses to who else? Taylor? That she loses to?
She lost to Taylor Swift, Adele, and
Beck.
I ain't even know.
I don't even know who Beck is.
I know who Beck is, but I ain't. We know why. Complexion.
All right. So when Jay-Z got up, he was giving his speech. What y'all think about the speech that he gave? Was it deep or was it not so deep? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you feel about Jay-Z accepting the speech?
So I feel.
Hold on. Can you give him that? Give him that that little. Let me give him that. The little white mic.
All right. So while they doing that, I'm gonna say it shows. For me,
I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear the speech, so I'm only going off of what I'm hearing other people say. And to be as established and successful as a person like Jay-Z, I don't understand why we have celebrities who want to dictate what known establishments do, what they support, what they acknowledge. If you got a problem with, the awards they give out and all that, why do you continue to attend these awards? And then why did you even accept it? And then accept the award and then turn around and criticize, but y'all should have gave her one for this, that, and the third. If I'm against, the Academy, their decisions, X, Y, Z, not only am I not going to accept the award, I'm not even going to be there. I'm gonna be a part of the group of people who are putting together our own academy, where we can acknowledge our greats. Because I see the list of people who never got Grammys, and it's some big names on there.
The thing is, Jay-Z said, in his speech, he said, we got to keep showing up. We got to keep showing up. We got to keep on showing up. What exactly?
Yeah.
I mean, is he talking? Well, I know, Ella, you want to.
So I think it's like I said. I think 2 things can be true at once. I think what Jay-Z said was true about her not winning that particular award, and I think he said it in a way that was more acceptable or palpable than the way that Kanye said it. Because Kanye was essentially saying the same thing back in the day, but the way that he said it, a lot of people didn't connect with him because he's Kanye. He's outlandish. He ain't doing it the clean cut way that Jay-Z was trying to do it. But at the same time, like Mike was saying, we got this back and forth feeling with these award shows, and sometimes we like, oh, they don't care, they don't matter, but then we always use them as validation.
Yeah.
And when you get a Grammy, your price go up as an artist. Not that Jay-Z and Beyonce need no more money, but for other artists, they looking for that validation because they know now I can charge more.
Yeah, that go on your resume.
Right? I can say even if you nominated, every artist who's ever nominated, even if they never won, they still going to be introduced by Grammy nominated, blah, 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 because they want that recognition. And so I think it's twofold, like Mike was saying. Because ain't nobody never complain about not getting a BET award or a Soul Train award or any of the other Black awards because we don't see them as valuable as this Grammy. But then when the Grammys get it wrong, we keep complaining like we need to do our own thing. So we just kind of going back and forth, and there's not a universal consensus of how we feel about it.
It's a losing battle.
But do we need to do our own thing?
You got it. Beautifully said.
Oh yeah, give him that microphone.
I think personally for me, we're still seeking validation through a Eurocentric founded concept. I feel that the Grammys was never really designed or established for us. And with that, you still, even us, like you said, the BET Awards and all these, a lot of things that we're still complaining about, especially people that are successful enough to do it. Their net worth over combined. There are awards and different ceremonies that we can look forward to give our recognition for each other. But just like you said, do we hold that as value as a Grammy or all these other awards? So for me, if you're thinking that people that's thinking you're essentially are going to allow you to take over something and looking for validation through them, the only thing they care about are the album sales. You got to look at the way things are established and designed. And it's unfortunate that for our people that our awards and the things that we do and celebrate aren't looked and held in the same light. A lot of these artists is on Jewish-owned labels. They own the market. They own these labels. And so signing yourself over to them, even with newer artists, a lot of people are just trying to get mainstream. Think about back in the day when a lot of those artists from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, who did these labels look like? Who were these owners and who was running these labels? It wasn't us. You got your Russes and you got your people out here and there, but nobody's really trying to establish a platform that puts us on our own footing or our own, because everything we do, we want to mirror what they do. They got Snow White, we want a black Snow White. You know what I'm saying? And everything is still pivoting off of their concept. So until we establish our own system that works for us, that gives the same recognition and the marketability, you can't complain about something that you're still participating in.
But what about would you say like BET? Different thing. I know some argue at different times, but it wasn't black on a certain time. You know what I mean? It was.
I don't think not.
They're not now, but at certain times, I know. What was it, Bob Johnson?
Bob Johnson.
Yeah, Bob Johnson on it. You know what I mean? But they say like Jay-Z don't want to come to the BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, so what's the reason for that?
It's not as prestigious as this brother was speaking. He said when you get a Grammy, your price go up. When you get a BET award, does your price go up? Or, is that just an accolade or like an attaboy or something like that? Or is that really something, a notch under your belt?
At what point do we go to our own and we got to make the sacrifice? That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they got big stuff, because everything is just big, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I mean? At what point do we say, hey, look, you have to make sacrifices and build with each other, help each other go to the next level? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at what point do we do that?
We never really, we skip over the obvious question. Right. Obvious question. Has she won Grammys before?
Right.
She has, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So that says that they're not withholding.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas why hasn't she won Album of the Year?
Right.
That's the question we should be asked.
Right.
So when you look at other people that won, right? We look at Taylor Swift, we look at Adele, we bring up Beck because he won 1 year over her. What makes these artists different than Beyonce? Well, when you look at the writing credits, they write everything. Beyonce has at least 7 to 10 writers for each and every song that she does. So they're rewarding people that write their own stuff. Okay, is it a white thing or a black thing? Lauryn Hill won it. She writes her own stuff. Beck writes his own stuff, and Adele writes her own stuff. If anybody else does,
Taylor writes her own stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
She writes her own stuff.
Yeah, so they get a little notch for that.
Lauryn Hill won it, right? She won Album of the Year for Miseducation Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
All songs written by Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So they're not being racist. They say, yo, you can win it. You have your people have won it before. A black woman has won it before.
Right.
But one of the greatest albums that people have ever heard was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Oh man.
So what it is that we need to be, Jay-Z should have been asking his own wife, well, maybe you should write your own stuff. Don't involve anybody else. Just make it you, because that's the common thread amongst all the ones that won. Streets of Box Love Below, right? Okay. A rap, right?
Yeah.
They won Album of the Year. Well,
But a good album is a good album.
No, they literally are showing you the winners of this award. You can have the singles, but the winner of album of the year you have to write most of, if not all, your own stuff. That's what shows you. You either writing your own stuff that shows you
Creativity.
or are you just an entertainer?
Yeah.
That's why Usher never won anything. Usher should have won for Confessions. He didn't win.
So for album of the year,
You need to write your own stuff.
by the different musical categories. So it
can be any category.
Album of the year.
It's for any category.
It's for all artists
Yeah.
across the board.
That's why.
That's why Outkast won.
That's why
Hill
it's
won.
an award.
It could be rap album
So
could
what's
win.
the rap
Album
album of the year?
of the year.
Outkast won album of the year. Yes.
But why isn't it called the best written album of the year? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a good album. I don't care who write
They
it.
are rewarding a true
So
artist.
let me ask you this
That's
question.
it.
Let me ask you this question.
So you can't be mad at that. Then.
If you
I
you're
can.
saying that the album of the year, in your opinion, is defined by a good album that's written by that artist.
I'm not. It's what they reward. I'm going with
Let's
facts.
just say by that artist. Written by
Okay.
that artist. Right. So do you think that there could be a category for album of the year for every genre of music? For example,
okay, I see what
R&B
you're
album of the year.
Hip hop album of the year.
Country.
They really kind of do that for artists. Like you can be an best male R&B artist, best woman, male. You know, they kind of separate like that. So they don't do album. They just do artists. And she's won, if I'm not mistaken, artist of the year. If she got 32 Grammys, she had to win a plethora of other top tier awards. It's just for their most prestigious award, which is album, which means you spent your time, you started, you finished, you got a collection of different types of songs on your thing, you wrote it, you might even help produce it. We're going to reward that. And when you look at Beyonce's, that's
So then, if that's the case, then they should have known that going in. Jay-Z,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
he
That's
should have
what
been
I'm saying.
known
They
that.
don't- I mean, I hear your argument, but it seemed like to me that they would have been on top of that.
Yeah, they
Like,
should have known that
You
by
gotta write your
now.
own stuff. You know what
You
I'm
know
saying?
how long they've been in the game?
correct. So if you look at her track record, her last album, the amount of writers was getting kind of reduced. But
Okay.
it's still like over
Okay.
5 or 6 people coming together to write a song. And then it's like different.
Plus, you
writers.
can't. I mean, you can't always win. How many Grammys they got together? Like, you can't always come in first place. Plus, I mean, it's the music you're making. Like, her last album was like a dance album. It wasn't her normal, I guess, music. And I mean, is a dance album of the year?
It was nominated. It's nominated. Like
I mean, I get it, and it's pride in even being nominated.
That's the whole question of like, what artists get nominated? Because you know that artists might release good albums, according to us, they're good albums, but they may not get selected to go nominated. You know, that has happened. Or some people just get robbed. And even the artists that said, like, damn, I think the other person had a better album than what's up?
right. So in recent memory, Adele did that.
Yeah.
Her album 25. She said, Beyonce, I don't know what Beyonce needs to do in order to get this award. She said that. So she basically did what you just said. But then she didn't necessarily look at her own album and realize you wrote every song. If it wasn't you, it was you and your producer. That's your collection of work. That's you. That's not what somebody else pretty much wrote and then asked you to perform it.
So do you think that's the thing? Because are we judging? Do you think that this should be just the writing of the music, or just the music, or like, what do you feel about that? We can say it is what it is, but what do you think about it?
I think in their eyes, they are just trying to reward people that do most of the work themselves.
Well, do you agree with that?
I do. I mean, I would agree. It's more work. It's more work into actually writing the lyrics. Into like, if you like a person like Kanye West, think about him. He's writing his lyrics. He's making his instrumentals, and he like a one man show. You really put him in the studio. He don't need nobody else to produce a whole album. So if it's and because you got people that talented, to me it would be no sense in he even having an award, because anytime one of those people do something, they're automatically gonna get it. if it's based off all of these.
Let me ask you this: where did you get that statement for the best album of the year? Because it sounds like to me some hogwash they might have put out there because to figure out like why are we not giving her this thing? You know what I'm saying? Because like you said,
so they gave her 32 awards.
Yeah, no.
So they all, it's not like she got 5.
Right.
Yeah, she already established.
One of the top artists of all time. How can she get on? She got the most, 32. They're just saying you're not going to get this award until you show us that you can do more.
That's like saying you got 32
yourself.
playoffs, but you ain't get no Super Bowl.
That's what happens.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I want to switch to what's the name, Killer Mike, because to me, all right, I didn't watch the ceremony, but I seen like some of the snippets when he got his awards, and you know he was crying. He acted like the ancestors crafted them awards for him. As much as he be anti-establishment, to see him in that moment celebrate that level of validation shows you why it's so much value on that. He caught the Holy Ghost. He caught the Holy Ghost.
So yeah, but I think that goes back to what we talked about earlier. Because even if we all watch, well, most of us watch football, right?
Right.
And we enjoy the sport. If a team wins the Super Bowl, right, and they crying and they whatever, we don't hold that same energy. Yeah, we don't like you carry that same
Good
vibe.
point.
That's a good
Good
point.
point. Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
We see that we love football. We kind of treat it different.
Because like, even they notice how hard the work I put in this joint. You know what I'm saying?
So if you flip it and we hold the BET Awards, the NAACP Awards, we hold them. Let's say we do raise them up. Well, that means a whole multiple groups of other genres are not, or other races are not being in competition with you. You're just saying you're the best out of us. So if you're an artist, like a true artist, and you're like, well, now I'm better than them. I'm better than Taylor Swift. I'm better than whoever representing rock. Like I'm better than all of them. I want to be in competition against them. That makes you stand out more as an artist. Like, yeah, I am the top dog.
Yeah.
So now all the commercials, all the endorsements, all that, I won the Super Bowl. Like you said, I won it. So give me my State Farm commercials and stuff like that.
I think that would be a better equivalent if the Grammys had a history of being
Not racist.
not racist.
Yeah.
Right.
If it was historically this organization that was truly equitable,
And
fair, and doing things the right way, I can see that.
Because didn't they get a Grammy for Whoop That Trick? Ain't that an award winning? So if you giving out a Grammy for that, I mean, then I don't want to hear all this, fancy schmancy artistic, integrity. It doesn't matter about artistic integrity if Whoop That Trick is Grammy nominated. If anything, it tells the youth, if I want to get an award, I need to make a song like Whoop That Trick. Whoop That Trick's pimp.
Have a better argument if he analyzed his formula about the writing, and if she found artists that didn't do most of the writing, then she'd have a real big argument. But if what his formula is saying is true, then they already set a precedent about what they want for album of the year.
But she should already knew that coming in the gate.
Yeah, and that
Knowing it and doing it.
True, fair enough.
she might not have the ability to do it. She might not be good at writing.
Man, Jay, her husband, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, he can write a great rap song. That does not mean he can write a great.
And he need a new fashion coordinator because he look a
He
mess.
is telling me till right now about the writing.
Yeah, exactly. That is the way that output year has been determined.
Since the beginning, no, I can't say that because I just did some research, right? And then I realized, well, Whitney Houston won for the Bodyguard album, right? I know she didn't write. Whitney Houston is a great writer, but
A lot of R&B are.
correct.
Yeah,
But she's so good. If you look at that album, I Will Always Love You and I Had Nothing, it's probably two of the greatest
R&B
songs
songs
ever.
Yeah.
So you have to me, be above that.
Yeah.
Like you have to be in that spectrum of saying, like, yo, you have all time, don't matter the era classics, right? I'm not saying Beyonce don't, but I'm just saying like.
But you won't take my soul on you, though.
Right. when you don't run.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you're an entertainer, you gotta be a top tier entertainer. So I looked at it, I was like, well, that's what I brought up Usher before. In my history, that Confessions album was probably fire. Fire. Right?
Yeah.
To this day, right there.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, who won it that year? You too. Right? So that's the rock side of things that we don't know about. I'm not knocking that.
Taylor Swift.
But at the same time, when I look up their writing credits, there's 4 guys in that group of YouTube, Bono and a couple others. Every song written by them. It was their project. It wasn't a compilation of different writers creating this song for you now to perform.
But to go with your argument that you just said, that Usher album has bangers.
Yeah, no doubt.
But they didn't have.
Bono was on a world tour at the time, though. That's how they had a huge album that year.
I would say it's Dr. Wells and Illy Fuller say you don't understand racism and white supremacy. Everything else will.
You can't keep going to that if they show you
No.
examples of us winning.
No.
They did.
No, because they do it as tokens a lot of the time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, she did. You know what I mean? And then they gave it to her like, oh yeah, let's get it to her. Because they got to adjust their image. They got to adjust their image.
They did. They gave Speaker Box Love the Low album of the year. That is a rap album. That is us. And they gave. They say here's the album.
But no, it was half a rap album because one side of it was hip hop, and then Andre 3000 was really R&B. He was singing on there.
They did. It was a great album together.
Yeah, it was.
So we have to acknowledge that. That's what happened.
I hear you. I'm just saying a lot of times they, you know what I mean, they do think, okay, for our image, let's do this. Let's give this amount. Let's get this amount. You know what I mean? Or let's do this or let's do that. You know? And I'm not saying I'm more on the side of us really doing our own thing. I mean, and look, by far everybody knows Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. No doubt. But I criticize him just like I criticize everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think Jay-Z should be showing up at some of them other joints. You know what I mean? And not being so elite. You know what I mean? Where he's not going to show up at some of the other events.
Is it good to be the best amongst everybody or the best amongst the people?
I mean,
if you're trying to establish yourself as deep entity in whatever field that you in, right? You want to be the best us or the best ever. As an artist, you have to take that upon yourself and say, well, damn, like
most artists want to be the best ever.
I want to be.
That's what they go in there for.
That's what you do. That's what you put out for.
Right.
Not just be best amongst the people. So that's why I push back on that. I'm not saying that we don't need those things. We do because we need to come home for a lot of things. However, some things need to be amongst other competition.
I want to share a few facts from the internet from business. So only 11 black artists have won album of the year.
That's correct.
For the Grammys ever. Since what, the 50s or I can't remember exactly when the Grammys started. So in the 66-year history of the Grammy Awards, only 11 black artists have won album of the year. Stevie Wonder was the first black artist to win it.
You got 3 of them.
Yep.
And what year?
This was 1974.
He's the first one to ever do it.
Okay.
Yeah. And he got 3 of them, by the way.
So do we think?
And we know Steve does everything. Right?
Yeah.
Do we think it's problematic though? In the last 66 years, only 11 black artists have won album of the year.
Ooh. Good point.
I mean, it is what it is. At this point, do you wish to support that, knowing that? Because the same way we could look that up, they pay people to look that up for them, and you still going with the thick, crazy looking Star Wars dreads. Look at the damn mess. That's another thing we could talk about.
Okay, so
like you got a voice and you finally use it to talk about the Grammys, really, all this other stuff that's been going on in the world.
Right. I mean, we can dive into Jay-Z.
Something that really only benefits you and not the people.
So, well, let's go back to your point, right? The 11 artists, right? Michael was one of them, right? Thriller.
Let me go through it. Stevie Wonder got it 3 times. Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie.
Stop. Pause for a second.
What album?
So,
Thriller, right?
Thriller, right? Yeah. And then Lionel Richie's first album going solo.
Okay.
all those artists so far were great artists that also wrote their own thing.
Okay.
All right. Second on that. So we still on that same.
All right. So who after Lionel Richie though? I want to know the list.
Quincy.
Quincy Jones for what?
He probably put together a soundtrack.
Probably put together a compilation.
Yeah, compilation or something.
Adam Cole.
Okay.
Great artist.
All right.
Whitney Houston, like you said, 94.
Okay.
Lauryn Hill, 99. Outkast in 2004. Ray Charles in 2005.
We in the zone stuff.
Damn, Outkast one before Ray Charles.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
disrespect.
That's a good point.
That's hella disrespect. Hella disrespect.
Wow, that's crazy.
Ain't no way, man. Ain't no fucking
He
way.
was like 79 years old when he got his first.
Whatever. Yeah.
I put the option.
Yeah.
Kirby Hancock in 2008.
Man, what the hell?
John Baptiste,
John
right?
Baptiste in 2022. And that was it. Before you finish.
But no, that was just it is a common thread amongst most of them. Like I said, the only one I don't know that really does I know for sure that didn't write this up was Whitney. But that Bodyguard album was the #1 selling soundtrack of all time by far till this day because she had all time classes on it. So,
But that also discredits like a whole genre, and we talking about people who influence music. A lot of people in the '60s and all that. A lot of their stuff gets sampled and reproduced and all that. And I didn't hear him say Aretha Franklin or Gladys Knight. None of those legends on. It's a whole list of people. Marvin Gaye. I didn't hear his name. Like it's a lot of legends. Luther Vandross. It's a lot of legends that's not on there, or that's not on that list. That's not even acknowledged.
What were we talking about? The history of the Grammys or where we at today?
No, we just talk about music and how we saying.
History-wise, yes, you're right. It was racist as fuck earlier.
Yeah, so why should we expect anything that they do to change?
Well, most things in America was racist. And then it kind of
Yeah, and they still are.
Yeah.
And they still are.
Does adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So Nas